Hey there, everyone. We are on the second week of June. It's June the 8th right now. Your friends from the Prime Real Estate team at Remax Sabre Realty here in Victoria. We got Megan, we got Afraz. We had Daniel, but he had to leave. Otherwise, it would have been all four of us. It's been a couple months since we've given you our last market update. Things are going on right now. Megan, tell us about what you're experiencing.
I'm definitely finding we're running into a lot of multiple offers.
Ooh,
Yeah. It's either being triggered, where it's the classic, it's been on the market for 30 days. We're finally the one that write an offer, and then we trigger two more offers to come in, and now we're in multiples.
mhm.
Or we actually experienced on Sunday somebody holding offers again until 5 p.m., and we ended up having six offers to compete with. So they're back.
Yeah. Okay, it's important for everyone to know not every property is getting multiple offers. I mean, there's certain segments like that specific segment is quite busy right now,
Yeah,
right?
it's like 950 to 1.1 million. It
Hmm.
seems to just be like quite active.
Especially in town, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Something that I have noticed as well, because you just mentioned it with that particular property. Um, they had offers a few days before, and I didn't they have an offer accepted?
Yeah, they did. So this one had an offer accepted originally
Yeah,
and then it collapsed,
yeah,
I think probably due to financing.
yeah.
And then it went back on the market. They got so much interest again that they decided to hold the offers, and then they ended up with the six offers in
And
hand.
this is what's unusual. It's unusual because when we think about when the market was crazy, sort of COVID, post-COVID, 2021, 2022, multiple offers, bang, 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 things are sold and typically unconditional, right? Whereas this is something that we have to keep an eye on because we have seen cases where the original offer on offer date did not come together. So there's like a second kick at the can for
Mhm.
for buyers. Um, but in the case of this one here, I think the second go around it was busier. It had more offers.
It did. And it was still accepted with a conditional offer. That's the other
Yeah.
thing. It's not like it had to be an unconditional offer. It was over asking, but it does have quick conditions on it. So
Yeah, because it's like 3 days or something, 3 or 4 days.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's they're off on Wednesday. So it's
Yeah.
probably just an inspection or something really quick like
Yeah,
that.
or the rescission period, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So interesting, folks. Now, Afraz, you were going to bring up something as well too.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of options for buyers as well. I'm working with a client who's looking for a two-bedroom condo, and it seems like every week, we have an option to look at least three or four listings that have just kind of hit the market. And it seems like we have the most amount of listings in the past couple of years, which
Mhm.
has been nice. So that's a bit of a relief for buyers. You finally have a lot of options to choose from.
Yeah, and that is true. We are at a 10-year high for active listings. In fact, I want to share the screen as I often do. We ended up last month with 4,029 active listings. This is the first time we've exceeded 4,000 in the month of May since 2015. So it's first time in 11 years. So this does explain what Afraz just said, which is there's choices out there. However, I get the fact that it sounds kind of strange because a moment ago, Megan and I were just talking about multiple offers, but it's pretty clear it's in specific segments.
Mhm.
And when you think about the one that you dealt with yesterday, Megan, because there's six offers, there's one successful bidder. It means that there's still five parties out there,
Mhm.
including ours, right?
Yeah.
Who are still out there looking. So it's going to take a little while for that specific inventory to catch up with the demand, right?
Yeah, it seems like they're like that for first-time home buyer or downsizers right now. So,
Mhm.
those downsizers seem to have like a little bit more chunk of change. And then the first-time home buyers have this confidence that, they've saved up, the interest rates seem okay, and they're shopping for the summer to get into the market too.
Well, one thing is for certain because I've had some comments from showings, some showings of our listings where realtors have said, "Oh, my people are interested, but they have something to sell." So,
Yeah.
what we're getting to here right now is because of the multiple offer situation, the people who are making offers that are conditional to the sale of a home or a condo or whatever, they stand very little chance to win right now. So the market has shifted because this was different even 3 months ago. 3 months ago, 4 months ago, this was possible. It could be that people are finding that the rates are as low as they will be in a while. We're not coming back to 2%. We're looking at around 4 right now, which, in most markets was a really good interest rate, right?
Yeah, and I think just them seeing that it's a little bit more consistent,
Mhm.
like we're having these crazy ups and downs is just giving those buyers a little bit more confidence to go out there and be like, this is kind of what it's going to be for the next little while too.
Yeah. But it is telling something when there's a lot of first-time buyers entering the market because it shows a confidence out there in the marketplace.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
in both cases, Afra, as you were talking about the condo, that's a first-time buyer as well too, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, that being said, some of the inventory that's out there, including ours, they've been on the market, expensive properties, been on the market for a little bit, finally finding buyers. And the last couple that I've done, it's kind of interesting. The buyers have been local buyers, so it's not necessarily the out-of-towners, the Vancouverites or the Torontonians. But people who have, they're making a move and either changing location or, just changing house or whatever. I have seen that there's been properties in that sort of $3 million, even $4 million price point that have sold recently that have been on the market for a very long time. So there's something out there in the water right now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, folks, listen, as always, I'm going to put the stats on the link down below here just for you to have a look at. I'm not going to go through all of them right now. I will tell you, as I said, active listings were up 8.4% from last year. So we are at a period of choice, like Afra said. Number of sales was down 5.9% from last year, which is kind of interesting because for us, we were busy. Like we didn't feel that reduction. But for things that are selling, it's a different environment because they're selling under competition or they're selling under fight. And you said too, Megan, and we've bumped into this as well. Something may be on the market for like a month, untaken, and then one party expresses interest, and suddenly there's a whole bunch that jump in at the same time.
And I do think it has to do with that inventory that buyers are like, there's more coming. So they are looking and seeing what else comes up just in case.
Hmm.
And they're waiting. And then they hear that the house that they've liked the most gets that offer. And then they're like, oh, we don't want to miss out on it. So then that's where I think that that really gets triggered and all that starts happening.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting times, anyways, that's for
Mhm.
sure. Anyways, that's our report for the month, guys. We are trying, it seems like we've been out every 2 months recently, and partly because it's just the way the days fall with where we are. I don't want to send an update out midway through the month because that seems like it's old information by now. But as always, if you have any questions, just reach out to us. We are here to help. See you guys next month or later.
Ah.
Bye.